But I think some of the reaction to the article I wrote that was negative came from people who just really don't know what the law mandates today. People out there who read it did not believe me when I said that you can be sued for not hiring enough women at your company and for not promoting enough women at your company. But that is truly the case. One of the most famous gender discrimination lawsuits in American history was the Sears case, which was launched by the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission in 1980 against Sears, the big retailer. Specifically, they alleged that Sears was channeling women into non-commission sales positions and away from the commission sales positions, which tended to be more irregularly remunerated because it's a commission sales position. So you had good months and bad months, but you generally got higher pay. Sears responded to this lawsuit by saying, look, the statistical disparity is there. You're right. Our female employees tend to prefer lower paying but more stable remuneration packages. We've tried to get them interested in this one and they just won't do it. But the EEOC said, no, it's only because you are biased against women that you have this statistical disparity. And the thing that makes the Sears case so famous in the annals of these lawsuits is that their case was entirely statistical, purely statistical. They did not have a single woman who claimed to have been discriminated against at Sears. All the women that Sears called said, we love it. We love this company. They're really great. They're a great place for a woman to work. Now, eventually, after 6 years, a judge ruled in Sears's favor. So Sears won that case. The EEOC did not prevail in their purely statistical case, but it took Sears a lot of money to defend against that lawsuit. It did drag on for 6 years. It was not like they said to them on day one, if you don't have a client, you don't have a case. And the way that the law resolved this question of whether you could have a purely statistical case was to say it can't be just statistics. You do need somebody who claims to have been discriminated against, but it can be primarily statistical. So it is simply true that if your company has men overrepresented in management or in employees overall, that can be the basis for some woman to come along and file a lawsuit against you. And that has occurred in many, many businesses. And it usually doesn't make the headlines, so people don't really know that that's what the law says. But Wall Street firms have been hit with things like this because they don't have enough female traders. If you're a business owner, you have to be aware of this. And so I think it is true. It's just a fact, as a matter of fact about the world, that women are hired and promoted more than they would be in a pure meritocracy because of laws like that.